This video is designed to help you start a security business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a security business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful security business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. The security industry is growing fast, with the increasing need to secure properties and individuals from potential threats and criminal activities. Now, the industry is providing cybersecurity services also, which has widened the scope of business. While it is true that the demand for security services is increasing rapidly, still, starting a security company is not an easy task. First, the competition in the industry is tough. Many entrepreneurs enter this field in the hope of getting an early success. But many fail to give their company a good start, simply because they could not succeed the competition. A common reason why many such companies fail is that they ignored some basics. Many of them entered the business without researching the market. They had little understanding of new security needs of people. Learning from their failures, you should first have an insight of the security industry. This will help you in deciding on some specific services that are more useful to your customers. Overall, you must have all the details of the industry, business, and market. When you start a security business, you have to meet certain conditions laid down by the authorities. In the U.S., each state has its own strict rules and regulations for running the companies that offer modern security services. You must meet the licensing and training requirements. Type of security businesses. When starting a security company, the startup should pick a category of the services which you would like to provide to the clients. Do not start offering an entire gamut of the services for which you may not have sufficient funds and other resources. Therefore, pick the right type of security business. For example, many businesses want to secure their data from a possibility of a theft. Your company can deliver internet technology security services, which is a growing field of business. If you have the experts to deal with cybersecurity issues, think of providing these services. You can also think of providing home security alarms and monitoring services. You can start offering these services even with a small capital in hands. How about your startup providing security guard services to big or small organizations? For this, you will be hiring specialized security personnel. So, select the type of security services your company would be providing. Permits and licenses. One of the very first things you need to consider when you plan to start a security company is required permits and licenses. You must hold some crucial licenses and permits to operate your security business. Each state has its own set of laws. So, find out what are the conditions laid down by your state in this regard. For example, if you want to operate your security company in California, the state requires you to complete a 40-hour training course. You will also need to pass their background checks by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. If the company is to be started in Georgia, you will need to apply to the Board of Private Detective and Security Agencies for the license. Visit your state's Attorney General website to find out the specific requirements. Obtaining funds. You cannot run a security company without first securing a good amount of fund. All private security companies that are doing well these days had a good amount of funds before starting off. Gathering money from own sources is often difficult. Not many relatives and friends are willing to contribute to a business whose credentials are not established yet. So, most entrepreneurs depend on a bank loan. If you boast of many years of experience, banks will surely consider you for a loan. However, go to a bank well prepared. Take all the essential documents of your business, such as registration with the authorities and legal papers. Do not forget to bring your mission statement to the bank. If you have already a list of clients, take that also along with you, as it will be an extra help in getting an approval of the loan. A website is a must. Having a website to establish your business credential is a must these days, when everyone is using the web to search and shop. Your potential clients would like to visit your website to get your company details before they contact you. In fact, most of them will consider your company suitable for their needs and make their mind to hire your services after getting the details online. But not all websites compel people to buy services. If it takes more time to load, the visitors will click some other site. If the site pages have irrelevant images and insufficient information, it will fail to retain visitors and won't drive customers. Promote on social media. Social media has become an essential business promotional tool not just for startups, but for well-established companies as well. Use different social channels including Facebook and Twitter, the two most popular for marketing, to connect with people. You can find potential buyers of your services on different social channels. All you need to do is to post some information, or attractive price offers on your Twitter page or Facebook page. You will soon build a good following on these pages. Many of them may inquire about your services. Build a solid customer base. Winning the trust of your customers is important for your security company. They must have full faith in your ability to protect their residential and commercial properties. If they have some doubts about the security technology you use, or they consider your company unprofessional, it will ruin your business prospects. So, make sure that your clients are fully satisfied with your services. The next part of the video is not specific to a security business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the security business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful security business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these two extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice, may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a security business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free security business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.